What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at Data Dash, and today is August 17th of 2017. So as you all know, if you watch my channel, I love getting feedback in the comments below on my videos and in my live streams about what coin or token I should cover next. And even though I just got out of my wisdom teeth surgery, which actually went surprisingly well, I am still recovering, and it probably isn't the smartest idea to cover BitConnect right away with how controversial it is. However, I want to cover it because you all have really wanted to see it covered on my channel. And I think a lot of you are looking for a fair and honest review on BitConnect. You know, if you look around the YouTube community right now, it seems like it's a 50-50 gambit. There's 50% of people who say this is a way to make a ton of money, to make thousands of dollars on an annual basis, to double your money within a few months. You know, huge promises and guarantees that BitConnect makes, and they've actually lived through it and they've actually made the returns. And then you have another side of the community who says that this is an absolute scam, it's a pyramid Ponzi scheme, it's a pump and dump, you know, whatever it is. I think that both sides, I can't really just take one side right now. I'm definitely leaning towards the scamish side. However, as you can probably tell from the title, I didn't label it as a scam, and I didn't also label it as a way to make $1,000 instantly. I want to give an honest, fair review, as you can probably see in the title and thumbnail. That being said, I am going to be critical on this, as I am with every coin. You know, I always tell you all, criticism is the best route you can take in researching anything. All right, and it is so true. BitConnect is something that's a little bit kind of in a gray space. Okay, there's no clear definition to the long-term ambitions of the coin. And, you know, a lot of people are curious about whether or not the returns can be met. People are making some good returns right now. You can't deny it. But the question is, are those returns viable, and are people going to be able to cash out all those returns? So, that being said, let's go over and cover the numbers and what BitConnect is truly trying to do. So, starting off with the numbers, we can see that BitConnect is one of the more valued cryptocurrencies, sitting at a valuation of $800 million. So, I mean, this is pretty fantastic stuff in the sense of valuation. The volume is there to back it up, almost $10 million in volume. We can see the circulating supply sitting around almost 6.5 million, and the max supply is at 28 million as well. So, we can see that there's a decent amount of the circulating supply to continue building. However, it's nice to see that there's a max supply on the coin. And on a technical side, this chart has been expanding like crazy. I think this is why you all want me to cover this, because a lot of you are curious on the scamish side. You know, this looks, a lot of people say, oh, see, this is a scamish chart, and a lot of people say, no, this shows that this token is being valued and that it's actually got valuation. It's going to continue to grow because it's building residual income and there's demand for it. Well, I'm going to get into all of that and try to do the best description as I can, but I want to say right off the bat, everyone, it's so hard to get a perfect description on this and get it all in one take. I'm going to say it right off the bat because there's a lot of gray matter with BitConnect. So I'm going to list a few red flags right off the bat. Red flag number one is the website and its grammar and spelling. Okay. First off, the website is not highly professional looking. It just doesn't grab my attention. And the biggest thing I got to say that really kind of irks me is the fact that this is so vague and the grammar is not proper. So let's go ahead and read what we can see right here off the front page. BitConnect, connecting Bitcoiners worldwide. The cryptocurrency revolution. Build trust and reputation in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency ecosystem with open source platform. That's not proper English. And it shouldn't come as a surprise to all of you that this is based mostly in Asian markets, and surprisingly enough is owned by someone in the UK. A lot of skepticism. You wouldn't be able to tell this from the front page, that this is all actually a very centralized company, that the concept is nowhere close to what it says right here. You can't get an idea of what its concept is. We covered, for example, Substratum, a recent pre-ICO that's just went to market and now is going through its ICO phases. It's very clear about what it wants to do. It wants to be the decentralized web platform where you can do decentralized web hosting. I can't tell off the homepage what BitConnect is aiming to do. Now, whether or not you think that makes it a scam or not, I'm not saying that makes it a scam. I'm saying that's very poor marketing. And it tells me that it's trying to keep it as vague and unknown as it possibly can. Because if there's anything you can get right with a cryptocurrency, is to build a strong landing page. Right when I go to their website, I should know exactly what I'm putting my money into. It's very vague. And if we even go down here, they have a video and they have a little extra description here. And it's still very, very vague. You don't understand what it's talking about. Even if you go to the video here, which they have here, it's the very generic pre-made animation software where you put in logos and words and you choose what you want to demonstrate on there. It shows that they didn't even take the time to get an actual animator to display what BitConnect is about. Almost $1 billion cryptocurrency can't even get a professional animation made on its website. To me, that just doesn't make much sense. That being said, it's not enough to really, call this a scam right up front. I'm just saying that it is kind of bothersome. So let me try and get into a brief description about what BitConnect is trying to do. And I think this chart sums it up pretty well, and I'll try to help visualize it as best as I can. So there's a few steps to the BitConnect process. BitConnect is a platform that is pretty much guaranteeing residual income. Okay, it's pretty much guaranteeing an easy way to build cash flow from your cryptocurrency loans that you give BitConnect. So here's the structure of it. Let's say, for example, we'll fall into this first lending tier here. Let's say, for example, we have $100 worth of Bitcoin, all right? And we give it to the team at BitConnect. In return, they or someone on an exchange will exchange BitConnect coins to us of the equivalent value. And we will get interest from what's known as the volatility software. Okay, so this is a trading bot that BitConnect supposedly uses to go out and trade markets. And if we go back to the website here, it says that it prints out a pretty decent, steady 1% to 2% in returns on a daily basis. So this algorithmic bot is out there. It's making trades with the Bitcoin that you loan to it, and it makes a certain amount each day. So whether it be 1%, 2%, 1.5%, whatever it may be, these are some pretty high returns even for an algorithmic bot. But supposedly the BitConnect team has this bot that's making these trades and making these daily returns. And it gives you a good partial share of those returns because of the loan. You gave out the loan in the first place, so you get the majority of it. The BitConnect team takes a little bit of it, but they give you the majority of the return. So that's what they're guaranteeing is this return, and it usually comes up to around 40% per month. A huge return for a type of investment platform. Not to mention, these are compounding interest returns. So each day, if you're making 1% to 2.25%, that's compounding on top of it. Plus, you get extra percents of daily return if you do the higher tiers of lending. Now, the thing is, you have to leave your capital in there for a certain amount of days. So you can see after 299 days, after 239 days, and so on and so on. The bigger you go in, the less days you have to wait to get the full return. But however, that's the kind of thing that makes me a little bit fearful about this, folks, is you have to wait for your capital to come back. You gotta wait to get that full return, that good return that you're looking for, all that interest in return. So that being said, the biggest red flag here, sorry I got a little skeptical and kind of, negative on the coin there. The biggest thing to me, guys, as someone who has learned about machine learning, as someone who knows cryptocurrency markets can bring high returns, anything that promises, the second red flag that I want to give you right now, guaranteed income, okay? I don't care if you have the best algorithmic bot in the world. I don't care if you know every trade secret in cryptocurrencies. And even though cryptocurrencies are a high return market, fair point, there is no bot out there that is returning like this on a daily basis, in my opinion. As someone who has studied algorithmic trading, machine learning to a degree, I'd love to know what bot they're using. And I'd love to see the transaction history of this bot. Because quite frankly, I can't find out about that. I'm putting all my trust into the BitConnect platform, which means I'm putting all my trust into this bot that's making supposed trades with my Bitcoin. What trades is it making? Can I see the list of its trades? You don't have to tell me the code for your algorithm. I understand that's your trade technology that makes people invest in the BitConnect platform and make you profit. Fair point. But I want to see what trades you're making. Until then, I don't have any proof. I'm putting all this faith into a platform that says, here's the returns you're making. Look at all these great returns you're making on your investments. I don't know, and that's the gray matter of this coin. It's a very centralized company that's saying, depend on our bot that makes all these trades, but we don't even know what's really happening. And this is the biggest thing, folks. I want to go to this video here by Sunny Decree, which does an amazing job of covering this. A very nice critical analysis. The biggest thing is that we can see the BitConnect token and its value, so the BitConnect coin continues to go up in value. And there's a reason for that. Rather than just cashing out, a lot of people are just holding it. And the reason for that is because you just keep on getting more greedy and greedy with the gains. You're like, no, I want to keep on making this residual income. I don't want to sell it. Look at all this money that I'm supposedly making. So you have all this money you're making on paper. You haven't actually cashed it out. And this is the problem. It's very much on the idea of what was taught in Wolf of Wall Street. If you all remember the scene with Matthew McConaughey, and he's sitting down with Leonardo DiCaprio, and they're at the dining table at that brokerage building, eating, really fancy food and drinking and everything like that. He tells you about how they make their money. And they tell you that a lot of people, if they lose money on a stock, whatever. But if they make money, you think you're just gonna let them cash out? No. They're addicted to it. They're going to keep on holding, or they keep on putting into another stock and trying to make that return. And though it's not exactly like that in this case scenario, it's that addictive nature of the returns coming back over and over and supposedly saying, oh, look, I'm making all this money. Let's look at this formula that he has here. And this is a perfect example why the BitConnect token is continuing to be pumped up to valuations that really don't make sense. So if you're staking the BitConnect token, you're holding it, okay? You're hodling it in cryptocurrency speak. You're not letting go of it. And if you're not selling it, if you're holding it, you're not selling it. If you're not selling it, there's more buyers than there are sellers. There's more people looking to get into this new program. Oh man, these returns are great. I probably should put some money into this. So if there's more buyers than sellers, the demand is higher than the supply. And if the demand is higher than the supply, of course, we all know basic supply and demand economics, the price is going to go up. That is, until people realize that this is most likely not worth the value that it is. If there's any fraudulent nature that's going on, in the sense that the trading bot is not really bringing in these returns, and people are getting paid out by the new money that's coming in, then this is going to go to a very, very low valuation and very fast. And we're going to see that there's a lot of worry with this platform because there's not that transparency. That's the biggest issue here, folks. It's not money printed until you sell it. And there have been some people who have sold their BitConnect tokens. You can go and transfer it now. I'm not saying that you're going to struggle to have that transaction happen. You can trade your BitConnect now for Bitcoin and cash out and get out of the system now. You can completely do that. But eventually, when enough people have gotten to the platform and there's no more interest going into it, the BitConnect token is going to lose its value. And it's going to lose it pretty fast. So, that being said, I really want to emphasize, folks, anything that promises you guaranteed returns and is so set on saying, oh, there's nothing to worry about, live financially free, it's usually too good to be true. Now, there's a lot more I could critique on this. There's a lot of things that you could probably point to the benefits, the side of benefits here, and probably talk about the success stories. But I want to tell you all a few things right off the bat. They're very prone on an affiliate program where you bring in new people, and man, you can almost see from the picture right there a little bit of a Ponzi pyramid scheme going on here, and it's just the changes that they have to their referral program that they've recently made show you that the program's very flexible, and it seems like they're adjusting it to whatever they really need to make it in order to maintain the profit. So. Again, I want to emphasize, this is a centralized company. It's based in Asian markets and it's owned by someone in the UK. There's a lot of skepticism going on with that. They're guaranteeing income with it, which, as I always tell you all, there's nothing guaranteed in this world. It's a centralized company, and they have rewards for the affiliate program that are pretty high as well because they want to bring in new money. They seem very enticed on bringing in new money towards the program. And again, watch Sandy Crew's video. The last thing I'm going to say, folks, I have some articles linked down below talking about some criticisms on BitConnect. The last thing I want to say that really makes this stand as a red flag. We try to stay safe here on this channel. I always tell you all safe investment vehicles in the cryptocurrency sphere. I looked at BitConnect on YouTube. And if the two categories of videos I'm seeing are BitConnect, please watch out for this scheme. Videos that are telling me it's a scheme. And then people who are going out there, nothing towards Trayvon, I don't know who he is as a person. However, but titles like $111,000 earned on BitConnect at 104 days. It's guaranteed. And we can scroll down. We see a lot of the same videos from both sides. It usually means that there is a skeptical market tied with this asset or cryptocurrency. It seems like it's being treated as an asset. And that's my biggest criticism. It's not a currency, folks. It's not. It's not a cryptocurrency whatsoever. It is an asset. It might be under, cryptocurrency technology, but it's an asset. You're holding it. You're not using it to go buy your cup of coffee. You're not using it, for example, like Coin is used to buy cloud storage. No, you're using it to build residual income. It's an asset. And so long as it is an asset with this kind of skeptical market that I can't even see proof of work in the sense of its trading by making returns, and I know that people are continuously pumping new money into it, eager to chase those highly promised gains, I can't put my money into it. And that's my final verdict with it. I have a ton of resources linked down below if you want to look more into it. I tried to be as honest as I could with this. There's just so much to cover, and it's not something that's easy to talk about in one take like this, folks. So you got to do your own research. That being said, I'd love to figure out what you all think about BitConnect. Do you think it's a scam? Do you think it's too good to be true? Or do you think that you could make a lot of money off this? Have you made money off BitConnect? And do you think that it's going to last in the long term? I'm sorry if this wasn't a perfect video covering it. Like I said, there's a lot of gray matter when it comes to this coin, and it's why I try to do as honest as I could of a review on it. But I'm just very skeptical on it, folks. It's not something I have at the top tier of my investment watch list items, and it won't be for a very, very long time. So, that being said, love to get some feedback in the comments below on what you think about this coin. Love to hear what you all want me to cover in my next video, but until then, I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.